What is up, my little fruity patooties? We are in the third day of Hanukkah. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are experiencing miracles. So far, I've had kind of one miracle per day. So on the first day of Hanukkah, it snuck up on me and I forgot it was Hanukkah. And I had to work that day, which I usually can't take off for Hanukkah because it's 8 days. But the first night usually takes me the longest because it's the first time I'm reading through all the material again, and it takes a little while to get everything, the whole setup going. So I was like, oh, I don't want to take a cut tonight by my own doing, but it wouldn't be bad if the wheel got me. And I got the cut that night. The wheel got me. I got to celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah day 2, I was thinking, man, it'd be nice if I went into work and got a private party and made this specific amount of money, because then that would cover yesterday's shift that I didn't get to work. And this shift, it would average out. Lo and behold, I go into work, Hanukkah night 2, miracle 2, I'm on a private party, and I make exactly $1 short, a little less than $1 short of the amount that I wanted to make. And then today I was thinking, wow, this is going to be the last week to pick up an extra shift before the holidays and everything gets quiet. It'd be nice if I got to pick up a busy Friday, and it would be even nicer if I ended up on like a big party. But within minutes of thinking this, a coworker texted me and asked me if I could pick up their Friday shift. So you guys, when I say, if you connect yourself with these miracles and you lend yourself to change, to growth, to transformation, and consciously connect with the Creator during these days, focusing on the fact that the Creator is your ultimate source, protection, source of sustenance. Everything that you get really is owned by the Creator. So you are given this as a steward, and you are supposed to share a portion, right? So you remember these things, you live by them, and you will be taken care of. You watch the miracles unfold. Mark my words. Okay, first card out. We are here for our weekly manifestation oracle message. We have the Camel Boy. Small steps and asking for help. All right, so we're burning bright and strong, going through Sagittarius season, but we're rolling right into Capricorn season, which is slower, more methodical, doing things sustainably. So we're letting the fire right now get bright enough and warm enough to light our fires of passion and purpose and intensity. But what we want to do is to ultimately end up with a smoldering bed of coals that is sustaining, right? That we don't burn ourselves out, but it's something that we can keep showing up to, and we build momentum and we get excited, but it's something that grows like a slow burn, so to speak. So ask for help, put yourself out there, talk about what you're doing in a way that you can, get advice from people who know what they're doing, or maybe someone has a resource, right? Like, don't think that you're in it all alone. And then just take small, methodical steps. So many times, like, I love starting businesses and building brands. And when you try to think of the whole thing and you just start doing it, becomes like a hairball really quickly, because you're like, where do I start? What thing do I prioritize? So breaking it down, and that can keep you in a state of freeze for so long, and you never take one step. So doing a little bit of reverse engineering and breaking it down into small, achievable steps, so that you feel the satisfaction and validation of being victorious and being successful. I used this example, I think, in last night's video, but I like running now, like I'm a runner. I don't do like marathons or anything, but I run just on my own. And I didn't used to like running, and it was like torture. And I was trying to get in shape again, and I knew that running was one of the best things that like my body responds to. It's not good for everybody, but my body likes it. And so I was trying to train myself to be a runner again and not hate it. And I just gave myself permission, okay, just run as long as you can. And if you're like dying, stop and walk and catch your breath and recover, and then you start running again. And so then I didn't dread going out for a run, because I gave myself permission to give myself grace. And then lo and behold, it didn't take very long to realize that it was harder to stop and slow down, and it was easier to keep my momentum. So like building it in a sustainable way and in small steps. I didn't expect myself to be a marathon runner overnight or a long distance runner overnight. I just thought, okay, I can ease into this and build a relationship with it over time. The thing is that the miracles that are available right now during Hanukkah are like so instantaneous. They can be. And the ego, it's like it doesn't want that. It's like, oh, that is so unfamiliar to me. I want to keep you stuck. I want to make you think that this is also overwhelming, right? And so the ego makes you think, if I don't do it all, like all or nothing or perfect, then I don't want to do it at all. And so that's the trap that keeps you stuck. It's this illusion of control. Surrender perfection, just show up, small ways, give your effort, and it's like it repeats over time, right? Things are not made or broken in one stroke. It's like 1,000 strokes, right? I was telling my friend the other day, she was really torn about this gig, whether or not to take it. These clients seem to have red flags. And she was just getting really upset and really overwhelmed, and they were being really aggressive in their negotiations and kind of shady, and making her feel like they were going to be her big opportunity, or that she would be, sorry if she, whatever. I was like, this is not how it goes. I was like, your career will be made of like thousands of gigs. It's not going to be one that's going to make you or break you. Yes, that happens sometimes in the big stories that we see that get out there, but the average person's entertainment career or freelance career is made on like hundreds of clients and thousands of gigs. So not one of them is going to make you or break you. It doesn't matter. None of it's going to be as significant as you think, right? Even the best gig and the best job you ever have, it's like it's going to be exciting to think about for a while, and then it's just going to be a faded memory, right? You might get more clients out of it. You might not. You might get clients that come back for a few times, maybe one time, maybe no times, right? So it all is just, it's out of your control, right? Okay. All right, what do we have here? Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. Again, underscoring what we just said. This is a time of year where it really lends itself to transformation. How many things are triggering right now, right? Loneliness, longing for, to have it all, the big picture. If you have a family, maybe your family's going through conflict, or maybe you're estranged from your partner or your parent. Like, nobody has it perfect, right? So this time of year, like maybe you have financial anxiety or social anxiety or conflict with family, whatever it is, it's like this time of year, there's so much going on and so many opportunities for our shadow nature to be seen, right? And so what my teacher, actually, speaking of shadow, Etienne Yardini, he does the Daily Zohar, was talking about this morning, is that if you want to change, you can't look at the shadow and change the shadow. You have to change the object that is casting the shadow. You have to change the source of the shadow. So we're seeing the shadow, but we're saying, okay, what is the source of this shadow? How can I go look at that and do some work with it and pray about it and see if I can transform the way I think and feel about this thing? And so even just giving yourself the willingness to do it and creating a little bit of time and space for that will open up a lot of opportunity for miracles. And this isn't the kind of energy that you can just access next week or this week or last week or next month. Like there are specific windows in time and space that open that are particularly potent, and that is the 8 days of Hanukkah. Right? It's not like you can do the Hanukkah thing, but after the holidays when you've settled down. It won't count it'll count. You should still be transforming, but you're not going to have access to the level of thinking in your mind, I need to pick up a shift. Wouldn't it be nice if I could pick on one Friday and then like 2 minutes later someone texting you, right? So, and that's even small, right? That's just the minor things that are happening by accident. Think about if you really put true intention and purpose and intensity into this transformation, into this devotion, and just giving it as much effort as you can, but don't expect yourself to be perfect. Give yourself patience, give yourself grace, and follow your intuition. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this reading, and it's coming out so efficiently. Okay, one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. So guys, when we talk about our growth on this channel, we're not really focused on the material gets, right? When we talk about manifestation on our channel, like a lot of people are like, manifest your car or manifest your dream house, and that's okay. But I think that we understand that what we want to manifest truly is like that God-given destiny, that we want to align with that purpose, right? And so what is getting in our way from manifesting and being an efficient vessel for the Creator to work through us, right? And then when we do that, we're going to be the most fulfilled, and we're going to be, in our genius zone, right? But our ego resists this because we think it's going to be a drag, and we're not going to like it. It's not going to be our true self, but it's the ultimate authentic expression of our true self. So, the transformation that we do results in many times material abundance, because once we awaken the kind of consciousness and heart that aligns with Christ consciousness, we become a very powerful beacon of sharing and goodness in the world. And the world needs more good people with resources, doesn't it, right? And a lot of us are too... we have issues with wealth, right? Because we're projecting that wealth is evil, but wealth itself isn't evil. It's just that the greed that can become attached to that, the demon of lust and greed that attaches itself to wealth, is very dangerous and destructive. But when we transcend those parts of ourselves that are vulnerable to that kind of temptation, and we see that and we stay on top of it, then we can really be great stewards for abundance to come through. And that's when God's like, okay, let's give this person, because they're showing me they're going to give their tithe, and they're going to go above and beyond to give charity and offerings, and help others and share and use their wisdom and healing also to help give advice and help steward and mentor others too. Right? So it's a byproduct, right? The internal miracle happens first through our discipline and devotion and willingness to let God and the Christ consciousness work on us from the inside. And then that yields the outer miracle, right? They're connected. It's like the payment and then the delivery. All right, so material wealth, true prosperity. And when you set the vibrational foundation, the wealth or the prosperity can come in, and it can stay, it can sustain, because we have resonance with it. But if we, suddenly are like, we receive a windfall, but we're not vibrationally prepared, then we're dissonant with that kind of abundance. And then we do something to squander it, right? Or we do something that sort of wastes it away, right? But if we can prepare ourselves to be ready to receive, then we can appreciate and sustain what we receive. The prison wave. Oh my gosh. So this is the homework, guys. Self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. Oh my God. I love it when the cards say what I was just saying. So because our nervous systems aren't prepared to be wealthy or to be in that next level, they constantly, our subconscious uses defense mechanisms and ego blocks and inner conflicting desires to keep us poor, to keep us in the level that we're at. And so even when we do gain more, if we don't prepare ourselves for it, nervous system, self-worth, mindset, emotional mastery and control over our emotions without avoiding them, it takes all of that to be able to receive and maintain that. Otherwise, like the scarcity consciousness, the poverty consciousness, we can get all the money in the world, but we might still live like a miser, and we might be scared that we're going to lose it. Or we might live at our means then, and we might blow everything that we have and still live paycheck to paycheck. So we have to break the poverty consciousness that's keeping us stuck and held back from truly participating in life at the level that we're meant to be at. So self-sabotage, watch your self-sabotaging tendencies. That's going to come out in the shadow that shows itself during these days and weeks. And we still have, we're coming up on the winter solstice, and we have Christmas ahead, and then there's some magical days after Christmas that finish the 13-day feast of the goddess. But Hanukkah is a specific thing. So self-sabotage, poverty consciousness, watch out for that and do your best to change it. And that doesn't mean go out and blow money and pretend that you're abundant. It means making more wise decisions and handling your money better, being a better steward of your money and respecting that energy and doing something with it, doing something to grow it and use it wisely. All right, you all, that is all for today. We will be back tomorrow for our midweek alchemy message, where we will be kind of unpacking how we're approaching this week's spiritual lessons. Until then, peace. Oh, and guys, I'm working on editing the 2026 prediction series. It is fire. I am so excited just watching the footage so far from the yearly overview and the quarterly readings. I feel so prepared already for the year ahead, and really going through those journal questions and even just having the seed level of that consciousness in my mind. I'm just like, wow, it feels so good. So I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on this, and I'll let you know as soon as it's available. Ciao.